Okay, here's a short recap from my last video. My OCs versus everyone. My original characters will be facing off against mighty characters. As you can see here, this is my entire roster. Slice of life, to superheroes, to sci-fi and fantasy. I highly encourage you to go check out my website where I published all my webtoons. The link is in the description below. That's enough of that. This is part 2 of my OCs versus everyone. If you haven't seen part 1, pause this video and go check it out. Same rules apply from my last video. I'll be judging each character based on their speed, agility, and fighting skills. Enough with the intro, let's go. Okay, as you can tell, this is my old top tier list. I moved it up so I can make a new top tier list from scratch, part 2. So I added a few more characters to this roster. This list was looking pretty scarce, so I thought I would mix it up a little bit. Just like my last video, I won't get to all these characters, but that's okay. I'm only here to have fun. Okay, let's get started. Let's try someone from the Avatar universe, Korra. Now Korra can bend all 4 elements, like Aang, and she took on numerous bad guys, from Amon to Kuvira. No doubt she's a strong fighter, and she has a lot of speed and agility too. No doubt she has a strong band of allies by her side as well. Now, knowing this, my OCs wouldn't stand a chance against Korra, so that's why she will fit right here. He has an awesome playlist of songs, and he's one of the strongest fighters in the galaxy. That's right, it's Star-Lord. The leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter Quill, took on Ronan and even took on Thanos alongside the Avengers. He has rocket boosters, which gives him speed, but he doesn't have a lot of agility. He can fight, though he isn't as skilled as the other Guardians. My OCs would still have the advantage, even though Star-Lord is a good fighter. He's a friend of Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. Now, Donald Duck may not be a skilled fighter in the Mickey Mouse cartoons, but he can fight with the Keyblade in the Kingdom Hearts games. I guess he has some speed, but he doesn't have a lot of agility like the other characters on this list. Despite these concerns, I think Donald Duck can survive a fight against my OCs, but it will mostly end up in a tie. He's a super fighting robot. It's Mega Man. Now, Mega Man can dodge enemy attacks and fire from his arm cannon. Now, bear with me, I haven't played any Mega Man video games, but I know for a fact Mega Man is a worthy opponent against my OCs. He has speed, agility, and is a skilled fighter. Now, some of my OCs are robots with similar skills, but knowing most of them will be knocked out by Mega Man, it would most likely he will have the advantage. He tries to steal the spotlight from Bugs Bunny every chance he gets. That's right, it's Daffy Duck. Now, Daffy is a short-tempered duck, but like Bugs Bunny, he has a few tricks up his sleeve. He also outwitted Elmer Fudd, Porky Pig, and Yosemite Sam numerous times. Daffy has speed, agility, and I guess he has fighting skills, but not a lot. Nevertheless, Daffy Duck can outwit most of my OCs, therefore he has the advantage. They are one of the strongest superhero groups in the Marvel Universe. It's the Fantastic Four. Exposed to cosmic rays during a mission to outer space, the Fantastic Four has combined powers of strength, flexibility, fire, and invisibility. With their powers combined, they have speed, agility, and their fighting skills are off the charts. Now, the rules say no more than 6 fighters in the arena, so I'll settle for 3v3. Even if they're apart, each member can hold their own in a fight, which means they have the advantage over my OCs. They know how to spend their days in the summer, Phineas and Ferb. Now, Phineas and Ferb can do anything. They built a roller coaster in their backyard, searched for Atlantis, and fought crime as the Beak. With their combined IQ, there's no doubt Phineas and Ferb would create inventions to help them fight against my OCs. But despite their intelligence and inventions, Venus and Ferb don't have a lot of speed, agility, or fighting skills. They would definitely fight most of my OCs, but they wouldn't stand a chance against my magical or superhero characters. So I'm sorry to say this, but my OCs would have the advantage over them. He is a ninja in training. That's right, it's Naruto Uzumaki. He has speed, agility, and he can hold his own in a fight. He can also pull sneak attacks on his enemies. Now, Naruto has the power of the nine-tailed demon fox, though it nearly destroyed him in the process. Luckily, he was able to pull through and defeat the bad guy Pain. Sorry, spoiler alert. Alongside Sakura and Sasuke, he is a worthy fighter. But anyway, with all these skills, he can definitely defeat all my OCs. He's the rootinest tootinest cowboy in the Wild Wild West. That's right, Sheriff Woody. He might be a cowboy doll, but Woody has wit and the brains to handle any situation. He can run, be quick on his feet, and hold his own in a fight too. He's also not afraid to get some help from Buzz, Jesse, and Bullseye. As for facing off against my OCs, Woody would have a fighting chance, but it would definitely end in a tie. Let's try another Toy Story character. He's a space ranger from Star Command. It's Buzz Lightyear. No doubt Buzz can fight, but he can also run and leap and bound across the room, or falling with style, as Woody likes to call it. Anyway, he fought off the evil Emperor Zurg, both in the TV series and the second Toy Story film. Buzz is most likely to survive against my OCs, but just like Woody, it would end in a tie. He's an ogre who likes privacy in his own swamp. It's Shrek. Even though he's changed throughout the movies, Shrek still has enough strength to fight off an entire army of knights. He has speed and can put up a good fight, but he doesn't have a lot of agility. He can call help from Donkey, Puss in Boots, and Fiona, but Shrek doesn't have any magical or superheroic abilities. Unfortunately, Shrek would lose against my OCs. I'm sorry. He's blue with a big head. It's Megamind. He has robots, he has Minion, and he has a wide range of weapons at his disposal. Megamind has speed, agility, and despite his physique, he can build a giant robot that can fight anyone. Now, if Megamind fought against my OCs, he would most likely get his butt kicked, and my OCs would have the advantage over him. They're the masters of Spinjitzu. It's the Ninjago Ninjas. They have golden weapons, a flying ship, and can transform into tornadoes whenever they fight. Together, they're fast, agile, and strong warriors. I won't include all four of them, but I will allow 3v3. They can have Sensei Wu, Nia, or Lloyd Garmadon come to their help. But unfortunately, some of my OCs have mystical and superhuman abilities that will stop the ninjas in their tracks. Overall, my OCs would stand their ground, and they will have the advantage over the ninjas. They never leave anybody behind. They're Chip 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 and Dale, Rescue Rangers. Sorry, I just remembered the theme song. But anyway, they can climb trees, and they can fly high in their helicopter. Despite being chipmunks, they can take on opponents twice their size. They're quick, nimble, and they can fight anybody. And they are able to help their woodland creatures in need. They can fight against my OCs, but my OCs will have the advantage. He's an eccentric inventor who loves cheese, and he's an intelligent canine companion. They are Wallace and Gromit. Now, Wallace and Gromit are a dynamic duo who faced off against numerous foes, from evil penguins to robotic dogs. Despite Wallace being oblivious to his inventions malfunctioning, Gromit is always there to help him out. Wallace may not have speed, agility, or fighting skills, but Gromit does. They can invent some sort of machine to help them fight my OCs, but despite their intelligence, they would lose against my OCs. She's a ninja warrior. It's Chic. We all know it's Princess Zelda, but since she's in disguise, we'll just call her Chic. She's fast, swift, and is a strong fighter who helps out Link. I'll make this short. Sheik is a worthy opponent and who can take on my OCs. Being a strong character in the Smash Bros. Game, there's no doubt that she will have the upper hand. They're the minions who work for Gru. It's Kevin, Stuart, and Bob. They can run fast, move swiftly through villain lairs, and they know karate. They also steal shrink rays and help fly Gru's airship. My OCs will fight them, but they would have the advantage. He's a despicable villain. It's Gru. A dangerous villain with a freeze ray, Gru always has a plan or two in case he runs into a snag. He's a swift and cunning character. Gru isn't alone when his family got his back, but my OCs would defend themselves and get the upper hand against him. They're birds on a mission. It's the penguins from Madagascar. They're fast, they're swift, and they know karate. Skipper is the leader. Kowalski has the brains. Rico's the weapons specialist, and Private is the heart of the team. Unfortunately, I can't include all four of them, so 3 of them will do. Even if I ruled this out, it wouldn't change the outcome of the fight. The Penguins would put up a fight against my OCs, but unfortunately, my OCs would outwit them. He has a journal with a dog named Porkchop. It's Doug Funny. Now, Doug isn't a strong fighter, despite his alter egos Quailman or Smash Adams. He's quite an average guy with ordinary slice-of-life problems like everybody else. I'm gonna be honest, Doug would lose against my OCs. There's nothing more I can say about this. He is one of the greatest video game characters of all time. It's Pac-Man. He can gobble up ghosts and bounce higher on floating platforms. With his speed, agility, and fighting skills, Pac-Man can fight against my OCs. But it will end up in a tie. He is one powerful superhero, One Punch Man. I won't go into details. He would win, no questions asked. He's super elastic and wants to be king of the pirates, Monkey D. Luffy. A captain of the Straw Hat Pirates, he can fight any foe on land, but he can't swim since he ate that gum-gum fruit. He's fast, he's nimble, and can throw punches that can knock out an entire pirate crew. My OCs wouldn't stand a chance against Monkey D. Luffy, but since he can't swim, Monkey D. Luffy will still have the upper hand. He's a good-natured robot sent from outer space. It's the Iron Giant. Besides telling the difference between a rock and a tree, the Iron Giant is a metal machine that can fight against anything that deems him as a target. Some of my OCs will be knocked out, but since Scarlet and her friends control a giant mecha robot, the battle will end in a tie. He's another famous Italian plumber, Luigi. He might have the same skill set as his brother Mario, but Luigi has done a lot of stuff. He fought off Bowser, busted some ghosts, and even bounced off Koopa shells more times than I can count. My OCs would fend for themselves, but just like Mario, Luigi will come out on top. Even the Ice Age can't slow these mammals down. It's Manny, Sid, and Diego. That's right, the Ice Age gang. They went through everything from surviving a meltdown, encountering dinosaurs, and getting back together after a continental drift. With Manny's strength, Diego's speed, and Sid's wit, they can put up a fight. However, my OCs will still have the upper hand. I'll just place them right next to the Penguins. Hey, Arnold! That's right, it's Arnold Shortman. Yes, that's his last name, I looked it up. But anyway, Arnold is a kind-hearted football head with a wise and generous personality. He can help anybody in need and bring the neighborhood together to save their home. Now, even though Arnold has a heart of gold, he doesn't have speed, agility, or any self-defense skills to survive in a fight. So, unfortunately, I have to put him with Doug, Wallace and Gromit, and Shrek. He can shrink down or turn into a giant. It's Ant-Man. Since Scott Lang is an Avenger now, he saved the world numerous times. He can sprint, jump from wall to wall, and has excellent fighting skills. Even with the Wasp by his side, Ant-Man is a superhero who saves people whenever they're in danger. There's no doubt in my mind that Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man, will win against my OCs. He is Sonic's high-flying best friend, Tails. He can fly an airplane, glide like a helicopter, and invent devices to help Sonic defeat Dr. Eggman. He's quick, light on his feet, and not afraid to put Eggman in his place. I will admit, Tails is a worthy opponent against my OCs. He may not defeat them, but Tails will have the advantage against them. Up and Adam, it's Adam Ant. He's got strength, might, speed, and fight. Despite his size, he gets tough when villains are right around the corner. With his atomic power, he'll knock out my OCs before any of them can throw a first punch. Which means Adam Ant will win. What an agent, what a squirrel. He's got the country in a whirl. What's his name? Shh, Secret Squirrel. Sorry, that's part of the theme song. But seriously, it's Secret Squirrel. The rest of the song explains his capabilities. Secret Squirrel has a lot of tricks up his sleeve, like a bulletproof coat, a cannon in a hat, and a machine gun cane that goes rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Sorry, that was part of the theme song. I'm not being weird. Okay, I am being weird, but seriously, that's part of the theme song. The agent with many faces, Secret Squirrel can disguise himself and fool his enemies. It may not work in the arena, but this squirrel is fast, crafty, and knows Taekwondo. He and his sidekick Maraca Mole can fight my OCs, but it will likely end up in a tie. He might be scared, but he's brave. It's Courage, the cowardly dog. Now, Courage may look like a scrawny dog, but he's all heart. When Muriel and Eustace are in trouble, it's up to Courage to save his family. Even though Eustace always scares Courage with his spooky mask. Anyway, he's quick, nimble, and he has the brains to solve any problem. However, he doesn't have a lot of fighting skills. Courage can put up a fight, but my OCs would defeat him, no question. Another longtime friend of Mickey Mouse, it's Goofy. He doesn't look like a warrior, but like Donald, Goofy is a strong fighter in the Kingdom Hearts games. He's quick, he's sharp, and he's quite a fighter. As for facing my OCs, Goofy would survive, but my OCs will still have the upper hand. It's Samurai Jack. An ancient warrior with a sword, Samurai Jack can face any foe who threatens him, including his arch enemy, Aku. Now, bear with me, I never saw the TV show, but I heard he's quite a fighter. Anyway, he looks like someone who can take on my OCs. He may not defeat them, but Samurai Jack will still have the upper hand. Now, this next part isn't scripted or anything, but I wanted to include another Alan Becker stick figure, the Chosen One. I don't need to explain it. The Chosen One will defeat all my OCs, no questions asked. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I had a blast creating my OCs versus everyone, but it's about time that I end this series. I didn't make this video for views or to copy off animators versus games. I made this video because it was fun to create and I wanted to try something different. If you liked this video, punch that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the bell. And be sure to check out part 1 of my OCs versus everyone. Finally, don't forget to check out the Cartooners Studio. It's my own website that features all my webcomics. Link is in the description below. BFN, bye for now.